Hello and welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. My name is Winona, and today I'll be playing the Mad Lad, which I will probably be playing him for a little bit because of how things shook out in the hunting game. But in the meet, but let me also introduce my wonderful, amazing, talented, awesome friend.
Damn. Hi, I'm Vegan Bear, vegan of the bears, and I will be playing the sweetest assassin, Crew Velvet.
Yeah,
Oh, delightful.
indeed. Honestly, I've been excited
Oh.
about this. Say all week. It's been such a long time.
Yeah. Woohoo!
Yeah, but yeah, we start this out on a on a stereotypical rainy day,
Ah.
and say crew hasn't seen or heard from Mad Lad in about a week, or at least you're pretty sure it's a week. You're hoping it hasn't been longer, but even Bramble, the apartment, has even confirms oh yeah, yeah, this kid hasn't been in back in a while either. Maybe kind of concerning. And after a letter from Cruz to Mad Lad saying, "Hey, where the peck are you?" Mad Lad just responds, just like, "I'm sorry, I'll be back home soon. Sorry to make you worry." Which is concerning because that's not probably the response that crew was looking to get.
Well, honestly, his standards are much lower than that. He's glad to have any response.
Fair enough.
But still, yes, this does put him a little bit on edge with what happened with Mad Lad. He's worried.
Yeah, especially when as to say, especially when he hasn't told anything about what happened. That's probably the most disturbing part. You're just like, he just stopped communicating and he doesn't know why.
Yeah, for those weeks he has been very much worried for Mad Lad. L- Listen, he's worried for a lot of the children. He wants to make sure that they're safe and alive. And then for Mad Lad to suddenly cut off communication, especially with where this man's mind wanders, it's not good. So to
Yeah.
have any response from him, he's relieved.
Mhm. And what's crew doing on this rainy day?
Hmm, that's a really good question. I think for the time being, he doesn't have much else to be doing. He's taken up a spot on the couch and he's enjoying a book, ironically enough.
Mhm. And while you're reading your lovely book, you hear the familiar clicking and chunking of unlocking do- the apartment door, and you see a wet Mad Lad sop in.
Oh, uh, the very first thing that happens with the door being unlocked, all of the floorboards begin to pipe up and they clatter around Mad Lad, being excited and happy. It's mostly the clattering and the clinking that brings Cruz's attention up, and he peeks up over his book to see who it is, to try and see who it is.
Yeah, Mad Lad just comes to the door and just locks it behind him. And hey, do you want to make an insight check?
I absolutely will make an insight check.
And you may
Oh
do it
boy,
with advantage since you know this kid.
I do know this kid. He's my kid. How do I roll again? Oof.
Uh, exclamation mark, roll, and then 1d20.
Let's see if this works. Yippee!
Yay!
I'm gonna roll twice.
Indeed.
Nope, okay, that doesn't work.
No,
Oh
no.
well.
Yeah, you gotta have 1d20. It's a little bit picky.
Advantage, that's an 18.
Yeah, it's 18. Crew, you were first relieved that, yeah, this kid may be wet, but He's safe, he's alive. However, you notice something, you clock it right away. You've seen Mad Lad emotions. You've seen him mad, you've seen him sad, you've seen him depressed, you see him anxious. This is an emotion you've never seen on Mad Lad. This is Mad Lad being broken.
Oh, oh, baby. Crew instantly drops the book and comes over to Mad Lad, dropping to his knees to match his eye level and putting like a hand on his shoulder. Honey, sweetheart, are you all right?
Mad Lad say, he's gonna try to be a deception roll, but he's gonna get disadvantage.
Go ahead, Mad Lad. Go deceive your old man.
He's gonna try to deceive his old man. Uh, yeah, say that's a that's a 10, 11, 12. That's a 13.
Ooh.
Which is a roll for insight again. Actually, no, we're gonna roll your previous insight. Say, yeah, this kid can't get past yet. Say, he's like, I'm fine, and this kid is not fine. He is not fine at all.
You do not appear to be fine. You seem. Well, to begin with, you're absolutely soaking wet, and he just kind of like shakes the water off of him. Come on, let's put you into warmer clothes, and you can tell me what happened. All right?
Uh, Mad Lad is gonna seem like he's trying to resist, but then he sighs. Okay.
Good, good, good. And Crew is just. He stands up and he gently guides him over to the bedroom and begins to pick out some clothes for him to change into. He's also going to knock twice on the cabinet for Bramble to bring a blanket.
Yeah, and Mad Lad changes into the nice, probably comfortable clothing, and then wraps himself in a blanket like just a little burrito.
Aw. There's a click clack clattering as the floorboards deliver another blanket for Mad Lad. He deserves all the blankets.
Oh.
And it just kind of tosses it over to him, almost catapulting it.
Let's make a deck save. Mad Lad is not in it. That's a 2 on the die. Mad Lad is hit with a blanket and he's fully knocked over.
Aw! Kurt kind of stomps on the floorboards, not so hard. And he comes over to Mad Lad to sit beside him.
Yeah, say Mad Lad just sort of snuggles into Crew as they
Aw.
probably sit on the couch.
I thought they were in the bedroom. All right.
Bedroom. I say with bedroom. That's fair. I didn't know if you want to take this on the couch or bedroom. Bedroom. That's fine. They probably went on the bed.
Yeah, they probably did. We never stated that they left the bedroom, so.
True. Fair. Yeah, Mad Lad just snuggles into Crew.
Okay. To that, Crew takes a second as. For a second, he has to process the fact that this kid is cuddling up next to him.
Mm-hmm.
Extends a hand towards him to wrap him in, and is just like, all right, do you want to tell me what happened?
Okay, I'll tell you what happened. It was supposed to be an easy sort of training mission with some of the EGAD members. Say some of the people with a little less experience with like hunting and fighting. I came along to be sort of like a mentor in a case because like I thought I was really good at fighting. But we went to clear out this spider nest with spider people. They were invading a forest, shark attacked, we were actually holding ourselves pretty well. I was taking good chunks out of the spider people and the spiders respectively with red, and things were going well until Mad Lad shudders. He showed up.
Oh dear. Do you wish to tell me who showed up?
I've told you about an say sort of. I told you about Rogue Fort, right? About he's sort of been training me with ranger stuff, and I've been becoming sort of close to him.
I'm gonna assume yes, because he
Yeah.
has been writing letters to him, so
Oh yeah,
Crew.
and before this, Mad Lad has been like going back and forth from say the treehouse back to his home, and always telling the stories.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Crew nods along like, yes, you've mentioned them a few times.
Well, what we didn't know about the spider's nest is that his ex boyfriend was the reason why the spider people and the spiders were there in the first place.
Ooh.
And Omaron decided to take upon himself to take out Rogue Fort himself. And he did so very efficiently.
Okay, now Crew is sitting there in horror. Of course, he's not gonna show the horrored expression to Mad Lad, but he is absolutely shocked to hear what's coming from Mad Lad.
You can try to make a deception if you want. See how well you're doing.
You know what? I will make a deception. It's okay. It's much less for the fact that he doesn't want to show Mad Lad how he's feeling, but it's much more he doesn't want to trouble the kid. He,
Mm-hmm.
22. He's able to hide the horror, but he does absolutely show Mad Lad that this is absolutely shocking. He raises his brows as he just looks to Mad Lad.
Hi, Mad Lad is gonna try to make a wisdom save to not cry. He's doing a pretty dang good job. Say there's tears in his eyes, but he is not crying yet. That's that's a dirty 20. Even with a
Baby.
even with a 20, he's still showing. He's extremely sad. I I couldn't stand up to him. I I couldn't stop him no matter what I did. I tried my spells to get him away from Roguefort, but he kept stabbing him in the back, clipped off his wings. It was. And roll another wisdom. Oh yeah, the 7. This kid starts bawling.
Oh, oh no. Oh, to Mad Lad suddenly crying. Crew doesn't really immediately act. He just sort of stays by Mad Lad a little bit before. Well, he pulls him in closer. He kind of brings him a little bit onto his lap too, to hold him even closer and comfort him.
Yeah, Mad Lad is just stuff. It's like, I, I tried to heal him. I tried to get him up before he bled out, but I was too late. I was, I was not strong enough. And he's just crying into Crew's chest.
Oh, oh dear, oh dear. Mad Lad, you are the strongest boy I know.
Why couldn't I save him? If I was so strong, why wasn't I able to save him at all? How strong am I really in the grand scheme of things if I couldn't even save another guardian mine? I didn't want to really, I didn't really think about it before, but I did see him as another father like you. I,
Oh, I'm sorry. God damn, that hits Crew like a spear.
mm, I couldn't,
Ugh.
I couldn't save my original crew. I couldn't save my new family. What good am I?
Mad Lad, you were very, very good. You did everything you could do. You tried everything, and you put it forward your best foot. You did everything that you could do. But, I mean, even the strongest people we all know can't move mountains. And there's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't mean they're not any stronger. Any weaker. Pfah. I'm good with words.
He's like, but I haven't lost a battle. I never lost a battle before. I've always found some way to get on top to win, and yet I didn't. In the moment I needed to be the hero most, I failed.
Well, we don't always win. And that's alright. I'm incredibly sorry for what happened to him.
Yeah, I mean, even after all that, apparently Rogue 4 is. I mean, basically, we say because of his lore and what he actually is, which I'm not saying, and he's like sort of sniffling still, like, it's sort of that ugly cry.
Oh.
It's like, because of what Roquefort is, he could be like reborn like a phoenix in a way, but he has to be in the right place in the right time. So, and that's what his boyfriend was trying to like enact, because he basically was a slave to a fae, and they wanted to try to free him, and I I still hate his guts. He shouldn't have. There was other ways it could have done it, how it could have played out, but rivalry that hate rivalry lovey dovey sort of blech.
Oh boy. Oh dear.
But we were able to revive him in the end with his boyfriend's help. Gave us a diamond for a resurrection, but it still doesn't. It still doesn't feel right. We shouldn't have been in this situation. For me, I should have made better decisions. I should have been stronger than this.
Mad Lad. Sweetie, look to me. Don't say you should have. You did all of the right decisions you could at the moment. You did everything you knew at that moment. Don't let hindsight blind who you used to be during that time. You did everything you could.
It's Mad Lad just buries his face into Crew again.
You did everything you knew. You did everything right. You are a very strong boy.
I don't know what to do now. I feel so broken. Like I, I'm afraid to. I'm afraid to fight. I don't want something like that to happen again. I don't want to slip up and make a mistake.
Then how about, just for now, we rest? Alright?
Mm, okay. I just feel terrible. I don't feel right. Even after talking it out with Roquefort, it just still feels icky inside me. I should have. I wish I could have. He's just wiping his eyes and sniffling and snuffling.
Oh, wish you may and wish you might. But that's not going to change what did happen.
No, not at all. Mm,
But by the sound of things, did it all work out?
technically, yes. We know what we say. We in the group that say we're there, like, know what we need to do now to help Roquefort. But I, I, I just wish we could have gotten that information in a different way.
Crew is nodding along. Hmm.
How do you? How did you do it?
How did I do what?
How did you pick yourself back up after a really bad loss?
Ooh, trick question. Okay, to that, Crew has to kind of like sit back and really think about that question. How did I pick myself back up after a loss? That is a very good question. Give me a second and give this man a second because, ooh.
Oh, I love this man.
Well, when when generally when I have a loss, I tend to be with a lot of the people that I know and I love, and I take time off for myself. I allow those feelings to just wash over me and give myself time to heal and recover, regain my strength until I'm ready to go out again.
Mad Lad nods, and his is a he stopped crying, but he's still trying to wipe away all the snot and tears from his face.
Oof. I'm gonna quickly reach into my hammer space.
Hee hee.
Oh.
That's a fumble.
Okay, I need a fumble sheet. Okay.
Let's see if I can pull up the Toonkind one really quickly.
3. Uh,
Uh,
there we go, I have it.
all right, cool.
Okay. Delightful. So as Crew tries to reach into his hammer space, which is like into his robe, you hear a loud snap sound, and he pulls out his finger and it's trapped in a mouse trap as he's just like wailing at the sound, at the pain.
Mad Lad has to cover his mouth as he just starts laughing, and it's a genuine laugh.
There's another snap as he just like pulls it off his finger like little bugger. That's not what I was reaching for. And he just like tosses it in front of him angrily. 5.
Yep, Mitsa beats
Is
it.
that
Yeah,
okay?
Mitsa beats it.
Oh, hold on, give me a sec. Okay. So he okay, so He puts that finger into his mouth from the pain, and he reaches in with his other hand into the robe and pulls out a handkerchief for Mad Lad.
Mad Lad gladly takes it and just say it does help. But by the time Mad Lad is done using it, it's just bad. It's not. It's tears. His face is clean, but there was a lot.
Ugh. Don't try giving that back to Crew because he grimaces at its a nasty appearance and he just kind of clicks his heel twice on the floorboard for Bramble to bring around the laundry so he can toss it in there.
Yeah, Mad Lad say tosses in there. Understandable.
He nods, pulling the finger out of his mouth. All right. Oh, nasty thing. Right, where were we?
You were gonna get something out of your hammer space.
All right, we already have that crossed off my checklist.
Okay, you were gonna tell me how you get over a loss. Other than say, wait, you said that because you're family and stuff, and then you try to pull. Uh, Milo just
Yes,
sits.
yes.
Milo
Go
sits
ahead.
there as his brain blanked.
The mousetrap distracted him.
Yes.
Oh, Crew can't help but chuckle along a little bit too. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I needed that laugh.
Good, good. You know what else might cure you?
What?
How about some hot chocolate?
Hot chocolate sounds good.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, once again, he summons Bramble. He's not about to get up and make Mad Lad come off his lap.
Mm-hmm.
But while Bramble is preparing, Crew pulls Mad Lad in a little bit closer again,
Mm-hmm.
giving him another big ol' hug.
Mad Lad is hugging hard back.
Quickly, you want to make a strength check?
Yeah, let's have fun.
Let's have fun around here.
That's a 19.
For funsies, I'm gonna make a constitution check.
Yes.
See how well Crew is handling a 19 hug. 3. He's not handling it well. As Mad Lad is hugging him as tightly as this little guy's arms can,
Mm-hmm.
Crew at some point just starts to pat his back like, okay, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. I can't breathe, Mad Lad. Please, honey, sweetheart.
He's a strong boy.
He's a very strong boy, but he's a little too strong.
Yeah, Mad Lad is a ungrips Crew.
Crew just sucks in a big breath. Thank you.
Sorry.
Don't apologize.
All right.
Oof. Uh, After the hug, there's more clitter clattering. The floorboards raising 2 mugs of chocolate.
Mad Lad takes one of the mugs.
Understandable. Alongside with it, Bramble has decided to be a little bit extra for the mood to try and, lighten the spirits further.
Mm-hmm.
And with more of the clattering and the rug rolling out of the way, Bramble begins to put on a bit of a show with the various different hot chocolate things. You see whipped cream flying through the air. There's some candy canes thrown in too. Marshmallows are also circling around. Spoons are dancing. Everything's just looking delightful.
Yeah,
Imagine like the Beauty and the Beast scene. You know the
yeah.
one.
And Mad Lad is just smiling and taking sips of his own hot chocolate and just very entertained and his mood has picked up dramatically.
Good, good. One by one, the ingredients begin to present themselves to Mad Lad and crew. Whipped cream being offered, different marshmallows, anything and everything.
Yeah, Mad Lad takes everything. Look, this kid
uh,
loves candy and loves sugar. Of course he's gonna take everything.
oh, fair enough. I think crew at some point just taps twice because that's too much candy for the boy. Oh, delightful, delightful, delightful.
Indeed. Thanks.
Oof.
Thanks, crew. Thanks, Bramble.
You're very welcome. And crew pulls him in a lot. Okay. He brings him a little bit higher up and gives him a kiss on the forehead.
Mad Lad enjoys that. He enjoys that a lot.
Good, good. Brimble puts on the show for a little while longer, allowing the spoons to fly through the air before, with a quick click clack, ending it all and returning all of the equipment back, putting the spoons into the dishwasher because they refuse to let those be used again.
Fair enough.
Oh, delightful. Crew gives a little bit of a Crew snaps with one finger for Bramble.
Yeah. Mad Lad puts down his mug briefly to do a quick clap.
Oh, they're delightful.
Indeed. And Mad Lad takes his hot chocolate up and sips it.
Bramble loves to show off whenever they can.
Yeah, they do. And I'm happy for it. I'm sorry about not writing or giving in any sort of notice. Oh, when it say for a while. I was just still depressed.
Oh. Do that Crew just kind of rubs his shoulder a little bit like, all's forgiven. Honestly, I'm far happier that you made it back safe and alive.
Mad Lad smile. I I am too, but it still I don't still makes me feel bad that I left you out now that I'm sort of kind of getting my senses back.
That's
I
alright. Oh, go ahead.
then he's like Mad Lad nods and he's just like I just didn't know how to process all this and to an extent I still don't know how to really process this.
Then I'll be here. Alright?
Alright. And Mad Lad gives him a hug.
Hmm. I'm going to say that right here, Crew is also beginning to process a few things during the silence that he's given.
Mm-hmm.
And this boy is hugging him, as the people say, as people do.
Mm-hmm.
He got called a fatherly figure, and this kid just cried on him.
Yeah. You're a father, Pecker. You're you're a father.
I'm gonna make two rolls very quickly.
Alright.
14.
Alright.
I wouldn't say that's too bad, but second roll just in case.
14's pretty good.
8.
Oh,
As Crew is left further in the silence, his brows begin to arch down a little bit inward, and he's subtly pulling Mad Lad closer. And he's not doing too good of a job hiding anything.
what's Mad Lad seeing as he looks up?
Um, if you want to make an insight on that.
Mad Lad would love to make an insight on that.
Oh,
Hey, that's a 17.
that's a 17. Sure beats his 8 in deception.
Yeah.
With a 17, you see that Crew himself is becoming a little bit more sad. His brows are arching downwards. There's something a little bit heavy on him as he begins to also uh slouch a little bit more, pulling Mad Lad closer.
Crew, are you okay?
Hmm. And instantly he just snaps out of it.
What were you
Right, yes.
what were you thinking?
Nothing.
You were thinking something. I could just
Uh,
tell.
Well, I think a lot of thoughts. I think of many different things, of course.
Yeah, but you were acting serious, so it must have been a serious thought.
Sure was. Sure
Oh,
was.
you're not gonna talk about it? And Mad Lad is visibly starting to go a bit sad.
It's not related to you. You didn't do anything bad.
Oh? Mad Lad looks
Cr-
like he's
oh,
expecting more.
I'm gonna make another deception with his words. See how. Yeah, he's aware he's not doing that good of a job, but 22. Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Mhm.
Oh, it wasn't to do anything with you. In the silence, my mind wanders to various places, but
Mm.
they don't. But they don't concern you. It's all right. He, Mala gets another kiss.
Mm. Mad Lad's just gonna accept it. Alright.
Good, good, very good. I'm sorry, I don't have many other thoughts beyond this.
That's fair. That's fair. Mad Lad is just sort of just snuggles into his father and just lets him be there for a while. It's just like, I know you don't like being called a father or anything. That's still how I feel about you. No matter what you say, it's just I I'm glad that you can still be here for me when you can, and I don't know what I would do without you, Crew.
Every word in that sentence felt like the spear was turning. it being twisted deeper into him.
Yeah.
This kid's gonna be the death of him. Alright. Crew. Sweetie. I'm not even gonna roll a deception to hide that. Uh, to every word that Mad Lad has said, that same expression returns to Crew. The brows arch downwards, and eventually they evolve into more and more until tears begin to form. Ah, before Mad Lad can say anything, Kurt just kind of pulls him closer, hiding his face in his chest so he doesn't see the tears.
Yeah, but you can definitely feel them.
He can feel them, but he's he's not going to show the tears to the boy.
Yeah, Mad Lad's just gonna hug his head. It's just like, I know that you don't like talking about your feelings that much, but I at least wanted to tell you mine because it's just made me think about what happened in Rook for almost dying, and I never really got a chance beforehand to like say any of that, and I'm afraid of something like that happening again. And I never got to say anything that I wanted to. This kid will rip out your heart.
This kid is ripping out my heart. He has it in his mouth and he's shaking it like a wild chihuahua.
Yes.
That's it. You've broken Crew. He's weeping. He's crying. He can't recover from this.
Yeah, Mad Lad is just gonna sort of just remain silent as he like sort of now is the one to be cradling Crew. If Crew's gonna be there for him, of course Mad Lad's gonna be there for Crew.
Tear his heart out more, why don't you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'm about ready to weep for the man myself.
Oh.
Oh, Crew is still very much crying, and I'm gonna make another wisdom check for him.
Nice.
He's trying to pull himself together, and with a 16, I think at some point
Yeah.
he's able to regather himself to at least a point in which he's not uncontrollably sobbing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
With a 16.
with a few deep breaths in order to really stop the tears, he wipes them off himself and he actually, you know what? Screw you. Bad decision after doing this the first time, but we're gonna see.
Hey,
Okay.
AJ makes it.
Yeah, he makes it this time. He's able to pull out a glove from his hammer space, kind of uses that to wipe off the tears, and he just looks to Mada and says, "Of course, I'll be there for you always."
Yeah, Mad Lad gets teary-eyed himself because that's probably pretty much the closest thing he'll say he's gotten so far to like, yes, I do care about you, and yes, fatherly love.
Crew will later learn the mistake of saying that, but oh well, that's future crew problems.
You will have emotions, man.
No. Mm.
Yeah, but Mad Lad just say, And Isla's just gonna smile and like hug him back after he says that.
Oh, Crew also just begins to smile through his tears and he hugs Bad Lad. Oh boy. After holding him for a bit, he. Oh, oh boy.
Ah,
Apologies.
no, you're fine.
Okay. After a bit of crying and weeping between the two of them, Crew realizes that uh, he never let go of his hot chocolate, and he just pats my lad. Hey, let's finish the hot chocolate before it becomes cold chocolate. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds good. As Mad Lad picks up his chocolate and starts drinking it.
It's very sweet. It's very sweet for Mad Lad, and some of the marshmallows begin to melt, and the peppermint in there also. So he gets like this pepperminty chocolate. Uh,
Yeah, creamy sort of vibe.
mm-hmm. It's very pleasant.
Indeed. Mad Lad probably uses like the peppermint stick to like twirl it around to like make sure he gets all the flavors.
Aw.
And he finishes it, and when he does, he like gives it to Bramble for Bramble to put away.
I Okay, as Mad Lad holds it out for a bit, Bramble doesn't quite automatically take it. It's only until Crew taps twice before it begins acting. You have to summon it.
Right, right.
It's alright. Crew also submits in his chocolate mug once he's finished with it, and oh boy, he goes back to hugging Mad Lad.
Yeah, Mad Lad just hugs Crew and wraps him in the blankets.
Aw.
Do you think we can watch movies?
Oh, absolutely, we could.
Yay! Can we watch the Engineers movies?
Oh, good. Oh, stars above.
Yeah, Star Cause! Let's watch Star Cause! Let's watch the whole trilogy!
Aw. And he stands up and begins to make his way over to the couch in the living room. Say, you wouldn't be aware if it has gunshots in it, would you?
Um, pew pew lasers.
We'll see.
There are no actual gunshots in Star Cause. It's all laser guns, so it is just pew pew.
It is very much just going to be pew pew. But, oh boy. For now, Crew's just gonna take a deep breath in. Yeah, let's watch the whole trilogy.
Yay! Whole trilogy! As Mad Lad does get like a second wind of energy and just starts getting everything ready for the movie. Getting extra
Aw.
blankets, getting extra pillows, just making a whole thing of it.
Now, here's a question. Where do you anticipate for us to find Star Cause? I don't quite have a copy, and he's just kind of going through the tapes that he does have.
Um, Mad Lad, for comedic senses, to say he pulls out a copy of the trilogy. I may have got a copy of all of them from somewhere. Don't need to know where. I just promised I would return them eventually.
Crew looks to Mad Lad before just shrugging. Not my business.
Yeah. And Mad Lad starts the first one up and just snuggles into the mountains of blankets and pillows.
Chris smiles, taking a position in there too, as he makes himself very, very comfortable.
It is very comfortable. There's so many pillows and blankets.
Oh, delightful.
Oh, and that's probably a good place to leave it off at.
Very, very good.
Yeah. Thank you all for listening in on this, and I hope you have a great time zone. Bye bye.
Goodbye. Stay safe.
Stay safe.